I literally couldn't keep it in myself. I just literally screamed out, "Fucking idiots!"
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Dan Crenshaw. Fuck.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that. A lot of things happen this week, James. I I have a confession to make. I think I've already said this before, but I'm kind of into watching fitness influencers. It's a little bit ironic. Like I watch it a little bit ironically because I just get a kick out of it. You know, it's like when it's like
You're
a dirty.
a bit of an ironic Andy.
I'm an ironic watcher. Okay, I get a kick out of it. It makes me laugh. It puts good feelings inside of me. And right now, there's been one thing that's been going on, which is not super unrelated. I mean, we've mentioned some of the people in this drama before. It's a fitness influencer drama.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about, by the way.
I don't know if you do get a fitness influencer stuff in your timeline, but for me, it's the Larry Wheels situation happening right now. I don't know if you know who Larry Wheels is.
I'm vaguely aware. I've definitely heard this name very recently.
He's a pretty big fitness influencer. Like if you've gone into fitness at any point,
he's the huge neck guy.
Yeah, and he's also known for being super strong.
Oh,
I think he might be one of the strongest people on the planet.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. I know exactly which one.
So he's massive, and he like deadlifts 800 pounds like for reps. It's crazy.
He's very much frame maxing.
Yeah, he's a frame maxer. Another thing that's well known about him.
One is
another thing that's really well known about Larry Wheels is that he abuses drugs, like a bunch of drugs. I'm pretty sure he's on trend.
How can you be a fitness influencer if you aren't lying to your audience and
he doesn't lie about it.
Drugs?
He doesn't lie about it, but he does take a shit ton of drugs.
I'm sure he also doesn't like admit it every chance, you know. I'm sure.
Well, here's the thing about Larry Wheels.
This is how you get this body.
Here's the thing about Larry Wheels is that he's way too honest about things. So,
Jesus Christ,
that you would not be able to torture me to admit some of the stuff that Larry Wheels has admitted. So the big thing before was that he was addicted to camp.
That's a crazy body. I don't think I've seen his body till now.
He self-admitted that he's addicted to he was addicted. I don't know if he still is to campsites. He's admitted to on camera. He's admitted to spending like 5 figures plus of income on campsites like monthly.
Oh,
or maybe like weekly.
I thought campsites was the name of a drug.
No,
I see.
Campsites as in like porn.
I see now.
Yeah. So I think he's admitted at one point. He spent all of his money, by the way. At one point, he spent all of his money on campsites. All of it.
All of it?
Yeah. That was at before. I think he said at one point that he was going to quit doing performance enhancing drugs, and then he didn't. But that was like a lesser known thing. Nobody actually believed him. But now he's in a new steam, new hot water, and it involves someone that we talked about before, Rampage Jackson.
Yep, and
so the big thing going on right now is that Larry Wheels.
It's just everywhere he goes, huh?
Yeah, it's everywhere. We can't get away from him.
It's just this aura that surrounds him and like attaches to others.
Yeah. So Rampage Jackson, we talked about his son before, almost beating a man to death, a wrestler. But now he's directly involved in this drama. So the big thing right now is that Larry Wheels is a big cock.
Oh,
that's the big thing. He's a cock.
way to just icing on that cake, huh?
and the way people found out about it was first, Larry Wheels collabed with Rampage Jackson on like a kick stream. So Rampage Jackson got together with Larry Wheels. I think they were like sparring or something, doing some kind of wrestling, UFC fighting type of thing. And Larry Wheels' wife was there, and his wife is a like a supermodel. I think she was like a well-known gold digger or something. But anyway, she was eyeing up Rampage Jackson. Like she was into Rampage Jackson the whole stream, and it was obvious. It was not subtle. So people noticed that. And
I mean, it definitely wasn't subtle at the end.
No, no, it wasn't. And people noticed that, and they started making fun of Larry Wheels, calling him like a cuck and stuff. And Larry Wheels is like, he's very noticeably like uncomfortable. He does not like it when people make fun of him about that particular thing. And his wife like doesn't even try to like defend herself when people were like, "Oh, you're into Rampage Jackson." She's like, "Yeah, I kind of like him." I think
Yeah,
she just
I
straight
think
up
I
said
kind of
to
like him.
so Larry Wheels' Kick stream. I've never watched it. I didn't even know he streamed on Kick until now. But he streams on Kick, and it's just him and his wife sitting in a room reacting to stuff. And whenever his wife is like asked about like people she finds attractive or like if she likes Rampage Jackson, she literally just say to Larry Wheels' face like, "Yeah, I think he's more attractive than you." And
That's crazy.
if you weren't rich and famous, I wouldn't have started dating you. I think that those were like her exact words.
I'm just gonna say this: get out of that relationship.
Well, the thing
Just
is,
do something good for yourself and
here's
get
the
out of
thing.
that.
Larry Wheels, I think he's into it. He's the kind of guy to
Well,
be
hold
into
on.
that
You
kind of
did say he's a
relationship.
cuck, so that
He is a
means
cuck.
yeah, this is
He's a
his
cuck.
thing. He's into it. That's his fetish. I
Now
get that. Just
all the
also,
other
it just, I mean, based on his other reaction though, which I'm sure is what we're leading up to.
yeah.
I don't think he's that into it.
Well, here's like the two sides of the coins with a cuck, right? I don't know if he likes. I
Heads
don't
or
think he
tails,
likes
cuck.
being I don't think he likes the public humiliation aspect of being a cuck. He just likes to be privately a cuck.
What a strange
Because there are
sentence.
receipts. There are
What a
very
strange sentence.
there are receipts of him
He like
engaging in very
he
cucky
likes
behavior.
privately being a cuck.
I mean, it's
Jesus
true. I mean,
Christ.
that's the thing.
I'd say poor guy, but again, it's all
It's
his
all on
doing.
him. He decided
It's
it.
all on him for staying and
Listen,
keeping it
Larry
going.
Wheels he's a massive influencer. I'm sure he makes a ton of money. He's just bad with managing it. And he can get like whatever girlfriend he really wants to, and he decided to choose that one. So hey, it's kind of on him. Anyway, so the other fitness influencers are kind of theorizing why Larry Wheels is the way that he is. And I think they do have some merit when they say that it's partly because of the way he has started abusing drugs as like at an early age. I don't know when he started using like steroids. I think it was like people are like saying 16 when he was 16.
Gotta be at least 10,000 years ago.
Hey, it's got to be at least when he was a teenager. I'm pretty sure he started when he was a teenager. And the thing about certain steroids like Tren is that it like fucks up your mind. Like
No.
I don't think there's any studies of it because nobody's done any studies testing Tren on people because Tren is not meant to be used on people. I think it's like some kind of cattle steroid. But it there are really funny stories of people who abuse Tren and then they just admit to like crazy sexual adventures. So first off, what I've been hearing is that Tren can make you gay.
No, shut up.
And no,
It
it's
does
true.
not make
It's
you
actually true. I'm
gay.
not baiting you.
No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. It's
I'm
more,
not sure.
if anything, people who do trend probably feel like, oh, okay, I feel masculine enough that if I say this, I'm not gonna feel masculated. I'm gonna be honest, that's probably the
I'm not
case because
sure.
now you're on a fucking bunch of steroids and
Like
shit.
I'm not
It
sure
does
if
not make you gay.
it makes you gay. There
You
there
can't say that.
well because it's weird because there's a ton I can say that. I just said it. I said it twice actually in the past 1 minute. So there's been a lot of stories by the way. It's not just one. It's like a lot of people
No, I'm sure
who
it's
take
that's what I'm
Tren.
saying though, is that the people who are doing trend are also like a bunch of insecure fucking like guys and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like you're finding it's also a very homosexual space in
Yeah.
general a
What I
bunch of very
can't
closeted homosexual men, if we're being entirely honest.
I can't tell if they were already gay and just taking Tren just makes them like
I'm
act
telling you that's
more on their
exactly what it
instincts.
is.
I mean
I'm
that
telling
could
you
be it. I have a sneaking
it's
suspicion that
it's
that's it.
just the most likely scenario that like
It is the most likely
literally
scenario.
these weight like bodybuilding and like quote unquote looks maxing spaces are
Yeah.
very like I'm not sure what the proper word is. I want to say vibrant, but I know it's not it. But it's very filled with closeted homosexual men. You can just tell from the way that they talk about other men compared to women in general. And it's just It's just closet homosexual men who feel insecure. Now they're doing trend, so they feel stronger. They feel like, I'm telling you,
I
that's
mean, I,
that's what it is.
I mean, I'm
These
on
are
that
people who
stuff too, and
finally
I
feel
feel totally fine.
secure and are like, actually, I kind of would kiss a guy.
I
I'd
mean, I
suck some dick.
I'm in that
Like, it's
space. I
finally
think I'd be
get
kind of
guys
in
that are
there.
like that because they feel comfortable enough to say it.
I mean, I'm in there, but I'm like perfectly straight. So like, I mean, there's just some very
Sure you are,
vocal.
Jay.
There's just some very vocal voices
Yeah,
out
no, sure
there.
you are, man.
Yeah, I am. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah,
knowing about
sure.
that. Like, dude, I'm so straight. I could suck a dick and it wouldn't be gay.
This is not helping the allegations.
No, but anyway, the other part of trend is that it makes men like fat chicks. I don't know why that is also another thing. It's either it makes you gay or it makes you like fat chicks.
I think men just like thick women
Again,
in general.
many accounts of people who are like, yeah, before, I wouldn't really, I'm not super attracted to like fatter women, but then when I started taking tren,
This is
I
Jay's
couldn't get enough of
confession.
it. So that was the other part of tren, is it either makes you gay or it makes you like fat chicks. It is just, I found that really hilarious. But the real thing is that tren does mess up your mind. Like
Hey
it
JD,
makes you,
this ain't helping. This ain't helping you with
it
your
makes you go
trend.
crazy. My tren allegations.
Yeah, your trend allegations. This isn't helping. You
Yeah.
just said you'll suck my dick.
No, I didn't. I just said, I was like, hey, James, whoa, dude. What the?
I'm saying what you're saying. We're all saying the same thing here.
It's all recorded. I said I could suck a dick, but not yours, dude. Whoa. You okay, man?
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Actually, what I will have to admit that one of my favorite things is to just keep saying that I'm straight on camera, because I know it makes James really, like, it makes James
It makes me
uncomfortable.
so uncomfortable.
Because I know you get reminded of every single person on your feed that, like, those alpha dudes that go up there and be like, yeah, I'm straight, dude. I'm so straight. I just hate
Well,
gay
it's like
people.
it's
I'm
like
so
guys
straight.
like Clavicular who are like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
I'm straight,
clavicular.
and it's like, dude, you're so gay.
Yeah, so that's why I love just mentioning the fact that I'm not gay on stream. It's just solely to mess with James. I'll just be like,
Like, man, it'd
we'll just
be
be eating like something random. I'll be like, James, did you know that I'm not gay? I'm straight. And I can see on your
we
face
do
like
do
you
this
just.
sometimes when we do the food
I
pod,
know,
especially.
I know.
I think we were
That's how
eating
I
like a
get to you,
pizza
dude.
once. And you're just like, as a straight man, and I'm like, you don't gotta keep
That's
telling
how
me
I,
that.
that's how I get to you, James. If I just
And I
keep
think
going,
that's the
I will
exact
get you.
episode that my sister-in-law thought we were gay from too.
That's how I get to you, James.
Oh, Jim, you and your boyfriend.
Jim, you and your boyfriend, your Oriental boyfriend,
No, that would just be my dad.
your Oriental friend. Anyway, back to the drama. So, Rampage Jackson, like on the stream, there's so many clips of Larry Wheels actually like trying to get Rampage Jackson to interact with his wife. There was like a moment after they finished like wrestling or something, and they're just sitting on the ground of the ring resting, and Larry Wheels is just like, yeah, my wife does jujitsu or something. She's like a black belt. You wanna wrestle her? And then Randy Jackson was like, whoa, bro, no, man. She's like a married woman, and I don't do that kind of thing. But I think
I think that also just might be Rampage Jackson's sexism. that also just might be
But
that
yeah,
part
by
of
the
it
way,
as well.
Rampage Jackson, I would love to hang out with Rampage Jackson, because he, like, every clip I've seen of him, he constantly mentions how much he doesn't like gay people or like women. It was hilarious. There was a clip of like by the way, Rampage Jackson, Larry Wheels, and his wife went to dinner after the sparring session they had. They all had dinner.
I saw they went to dinner with Dean the Great.
Yeah, and they were asked a question about like P. Diddy or something. And Larry was like, yeah, dude, like before the allegation of P. Diddy came out, I was like, I probably would have went to one of his parties if I got an invite to it.
Oh
And then
my
Rampage
God,
Jackson was like,
fucking-
whoa, dude, you serious? Because like you heard about the stuff that came out about P. Diddy, right? He liked men. You know that
I
P.
was
Diddy
literally
liked
about, I
boys.
was gonna say, yeah, he's probably more upset about P. Diddy being like bisexual than like
Yeah.
the rape.
Well, he's
He
gay.
was gonna be
Yeah.
more upset about that.
I think he was more
God,
upset about it.
I hate fucking
What's wrong, James?
loser dudes like that who are like,
What's wrong?
oh man, the thing that really upset me about it.
I mean,
It's the
P.
fact
Diddy
that
was
he
a
liked
bad
men.
guy, but then, but
He's a bad guy. Because he liked men.
Well, I mean, I always thought Rampage Jackson was a bad guy, but he doesn't like men, so it's not that bad. He was honestly kind of based. So,
I mean, babe.
so, and
I
then
can't even say it. I
Larry
can't
Wheels is
finish
just
the
like,
joke.
oh, I didn't know about that. And he's like, yeah, you didn't hear about that? It was crazy, man. I know,
God, we're
James.
such
You keep
stupid
every time
people.
James says you can't say that. I know I'm getting to him. I know I'm like digging slightly deeper into his mind. I'm gonna
JD,
get, and once I reach,
you'll never get me to react like the way I did playing Puppy Playtime.
were you
You'll
actually
never get that.
frustrated about why a certain area isn't the area to progress, even though you can get to it?
Yeah, which by the way, I don't know if we want to get to there yet because I think I do know that there's more to the Rampage Jackson and
Yeah, there's more to it. We'll
Jesus.
get to that after the
We'll
Rampage
get to
Jackson
the Puppy
stuff.
Playtime thing, but just saying,
Yeah.
you can't make me that angry.
Okay, but at this dinner, I don't know how many streams Larry Wheels did with Rampage Jackson. It might have been like two or three. But they go to dinner multiple times. It was like a different lunch or dinner. And Rampage Jackson, I think he started leaning into the memes of Larry Wheels being a cuck, and his wife is into him. So he just like at dinner, he's like making jokes like, yeah, dude, can I fuck your wife for like money? I'll pay you. I'm rich. I'm rich, so I'll like fuck your wife. And then Larry Wheels is like, what? No. And then his wife sits over and he's like, really? And Larry Wheels turns to her.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Wheels turns to her and he goes, don't get excited about this. What are you doing? It's crazy. And so another fitness influencer who I watched to get all the info on it was Greg Doucette. And the way he was involved is that randomly on a kick stream, Larry Wheels and his wife just started making fun of Greg Doucette's wife or girlfriend.
Sounds about right.
He's not married to her. They started making fun of his girlfriend for like no reason. I don't know why they brought it up, but they started making fun of the way that Greg Doucette's girlfriend got like plastic surgery. I think they said she was ugly or something.
That's fucked up.
And so Greg Doucette started making videos about how he's a cuck. And that's how I found out
Oh,
about
come
it.
on.
Which, hey, if you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So there are a lot of receipts of Larry Wheels like messaging OF girls and cam girls and trying to get them to engage in cuck behavior and send the videos to him. And I think he's really messed up some of his like previous partners. Larry Wheels has, because I think like two of his previous girlfriends are like actually messed up, because one of them seemed like a pretty okay like lady, like down to earth girl, and Larry Wheels is like really trying to convince her to engage in cuck behavior, like trying to sleep with other dudes, and she did not like that. So that was messed up. He really messed her up, and when they broke up, she made a whole video, like coming out about all the experiences that she did with Larry Wheels, and of course he denied all of it. But yeah, it was pretty messed up stuff, and that was after Greg Doucette was like release the Larry files.
No.
There was another guy who like did a deep dive on the Larry Wheels like cuck situation, and he got like a bunch of receipts of Larry Wheels trying to be a cuck, and he was like saving all of it because he was like, I don't know if I don't want to share all this stuff because the victims of Larry Wheels cuck situation
I'm so sure
is like
that's what he
actually
was
messed
worried
up.
about. God, yeah, I don't know if I really want to share this because of this reason.
And
surely nothing
He
else.
didn't act. I don't think he's actually shared a lot of it. He only shared like one DM with like some random OF creator of it, and he did bring up that his previous girlfriend's video where she is like admitting to the cuck behavior stuff. And I think that was it. But he was like, yeah, the actual stuff I have on Larry Wheels, like it's disgusting. Like it would give you nightmares. So that's
Calm down.
which I actually I don't disagree with. So
man, what I have, it would disturb you.
yeah.
Really doubt it.
Well, James, you're a fucked up dude already. Like you've been exposed
I
to
just don't
horrendous
think it's
stuff
probably
on the
going to be
internet.
worse than any of the stuff that came out about Epstein Island. I just don't think it's going to be that bad.
Well, obviously it's not that bad, dude. Larry Wheels is not is not Jeffrey Epstein.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh man, like it's bad. No, I don't
Well,
think it is.
well, he didn't compare it to Jeffrey Epstein bad. He just said it was bad. So I know, James, that you keep
No,
trying to like compare everything to like Hitler and
everything's
Nazis and
Epstein.
stuff, but they're not on the same level. So,
JD,
and nobody
everything's
said
Epstein.
it. I know you're. I feel it's a weird projection you do all the time. So I'll
Everything's
keep that in the back
Israel.
of my mind, guys. Make sure to keep receipts about all this, okay? Just in case the James
Hmm.
files drop. All right,
The James
because
files.
the more people try to convince you that they're a good person and that they're doing the right thing, fighting for a right cause, the more you should keep an eye on them because, you know, it's just weird that they keep mentioning it. Anyway,
Oh, that's
yeah.
all.
So then Larry Wheels went to a party with Rampage Jackson at a some like kick streamer party, and Dean the Great was there,
In the Great.
and I think he's like an influencer boxer or something. I don't know who actually he is. I keep
He's just a kick streamer for what I can tell.
okay. He's people keep mentioning that he's a boxer, but I don't know if he actually is. So he goes in and he immediately starts messing with Larry Wheels, and I think there's a lot of people who think that it was staged because because it's all performative.
I don't think it's I
I
based
don't I
on
don't know if
the
it's actually staged.
I don't think it is just based on what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion it might be, but I don't know if they were actually smart enough to actually have a conversation, being like, "Hey, we should come in. You're gonna do this bit, and we're gonna get a bunch of views because of it." I don't think they actually did that.
Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's me, thinking like, well, I wouldn't do this because
Well,
that's a stupid thing to do for content.
well,
But I
James,
got to remember who we're talking about
yeah,
here.
we're talking about kick streamers, James. Literally
We're
everything,
talking about
everything
kick
is
streamers.
like
I gotta keep that in mind.
we're talking about like 90% grifters, 90% grifters, content pilled brains, frame maxers. Like I don't think they take anything seriously. So so what happens is Dean the Great comes in and he goes for like the "where's my hug at" like Larry Wheels' wife,
Oh my god.
while Larry Wheels is standing right there, and he like tries to hold him back. By the way, Dean the Great, he's like tiny compared to
He's
Rampage
so
Jackson,
small.
Larry Wheels, and some other dude that he tried messing with, and so he goes right
Very,
at
very
Larry.
small.
He goes right at Larry Wheels' wife, and he's like, "Can I hug you? Can I get a hug?" And then Larry Wheels is like, "Whoa, what the
Hey,
hell are you
where's my
doing?
hug
What are you
at?
doing?
Where's my hug at?
That's not, babe. Where's my
Babe,
hug at,
babe.
babe? We haven't hugged yet.
Yeah.
We haven't hugged since like forever ago."
Babe, you don't even hug me anymore.
So Larry Wheels like keeps trying to stop him, and then D keeps going. He turns toward the camera. He's like, "By the way, guys, Larry Wheels' wife is on the table. She's up for grabs."
God,
Which
don't.
is another reason why I think it's staged, because he like the way he turns to the camera and he's smiling, and like Larry Wheels' wife is like wide grin smiling too. She finds it like hilarious or something. And then he turns back around and he tries to like get closer to Larry Wheels' wife, and he just gets slapped by Larry Wheels. And the way he gets slapped is hilarious because like he tanks the slap. It was like a real slap. He tanks the slap, and he just drops out of frame for a while.
It's
Just,
yeah, he's on that ground. He kissed
it's
pavement for
so
a little
funny,
bit.
dude. Uh,
Him hitting the ground was not a joke. That really happened, and
the
he really
slap
did
actually
take that long
happened.
to
Like
get
it,
back up.
it was an actual slap. So whether or not the whole thing was like set up as a bit or something, he actually did get slapped, and it was funny. God, it was hilarious.
And it was pretty good.
And the way Rampage Jackson was in there, like trying to hold Dean back from Larry Wills' wife, was funny too. He's like, "Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
it's all
don't
Rampage
disrespect the
Jackson
king."
was literally goading it on though. He kept like going to the camera and he kept going to Larry. He's like, 200 gifted. You slap him.
Yeah.
He
I
kept
did see
doing
it. I
that.
did see him in the clip where he like leans into Larry Wheels' ear, and he's like, 200 gifted subs. Think of the gifted subs.
He just kept muttering it so lowly, and I was like, surely somebody's
Dude,
surely.
it is so performative. it can't be real. I can't. I find it hard to believe
And
that it was
yet it
real.
is. And yet it is.
Well, James, I know I don't know. I never believe anything you say is real because you constantly get baited by like the grifters on
I
the
get you
internet.
baited. I get you
Yeah,
baited.
you constantly get baited by people claiming like outrageous things, and they're like
Hmm.
16-year-olds posing as like middle-aged dudes, and they type like 16-year-olds. They're most the most easily spotted grifters, and you go, no, JD, this is a real actual person. I talked to him. I Snapchatted him. I showed him my penis.
I don't
It's a
have
real. I
Snapchat.
saw his penis.
JD, you
It's
can't
a
say
real
half of
45 year
this.
old penis.
You can't say that.
I just said it, James. I just said it.
Well, firstly, I don't have Snapchat. So
What are
if
you
you're talking
gonna
to me on Snapchat, that ain't me. Stop talking to that person.
That's not me. It's a fake bot account. My AI clone.
My AI mimic.
So yeah, so Ray Jackson, he's like waiting it out, and Dean was going. He gets slapped, and my God, I'm like pretty sure Larry Wheels doesn't like this joke, but he just keeps going along with it because I think he is making money from it. Which, by the way, Larry Wheels I think is low on money right now because I'm pretty sure he keeps spending it on like drugs or something like that. Something is eating up all the money that he's making.
Maybe he should stop.
Because Larry Wheels, I think he's got like 5 million followers on YouTube or something. I haven't seen a Larry Wheels video. I haven't looked at his channel in a while, so I'm not sure how much he's at, but he's big. He's like a big fitness influencer. Uh, but he,
He's
but he,
big fitness
but he constantly begs for like
fitness dick.
donations on his kick stream. So I'm pretty sure he's low on money. It might be his wife that's sucking up the money too, because she's like one of those wives that lives a really extravagant lifestyle, constantly wants like Birkin bags or something. So I'm pretty sure that's another hole in Larry Wheels' pocket. But yeah, then I think that's where we're at with Larry Wheels' cuck situation. Like Dean the Great at that party also messed with someone else, and he got like elbowed in the face from it.
He
And I think that
did.
was a
He
separate
he messed with
situation.
another guy doing like where the guy was like, yeah, I don't know you, but man, respect to you out doing this thing. And Dean the Great like just can't let it go. He just kind of pauses. He's like, but that's weird that you say that because you do know me. And it's like, well, he just kept getting in the guy's face and just kept pushing it.
Dude, I wish I had half of Dean the Great's confidence because he goes up to this dude and this dude is like 3 times the size of Dean the Great. And he
They
goes
were
straight up
both
to his
three
face.
times the size.
He goes straight up to his face and he goes, yeah, dude, like I know you think that was funny, but I'll slap the shit out of you, dude. Like for content. Like I will do it. And then he gets elbowed in the face.
Just couldn't let it go.
He couldn't let it go. And then he tries jumping the guy and it turns into like a brawl.
It was a
He was not winning
mess.
that, by the way. Dean the Great was not winning that.
No,
I know,
no.
like Greg Doucette seems to think like Dean the Great is like a champion boxer or something, but I think he just got misinformed, misbaited because
He got misgived.
I don't believe that Dean the Great's actually like a good boxer or
With
anything.
how much he's putting his chin out there every time he does this, no.
He looks like 90 pounds soaking wet. Coming from me, 90 pounds soaking wet. So
Coming from you.
coming from me, I know this stuff, James.
Coming from 90 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah. Coming from naturally 90 pounds if I didn't work out. So
Naturally.
I know there's people I know you might be like William who believes that there's nobody who'd be naturally like 110 pounds or something. But I'm honestly there. I think I am. I would be naturally
You,
100 like 110.
I'm just trying to figure out how we're judging this. So you think you would be naturally
Yeah.
100
Like if
pounds?
I didn't if the only workout I did was just cardio
Like
and
if you weren't a person that worked out like how you do, that's just
yeah,
what you would be, nothing else.
that's how much I would weigh. Yeah. Well, I'm just judging it based off my bloodline. So I think I've said this before, but my father, like he doesn't like weight train or anything. He just eats. He does like eats like a normal diet, relatively healthy diet, and he's 100 pounds. I think he's a little bit lighter than 100 pounds. So that's like the kind of that's the gene I'm working with. So and my grandpa also, a really light dude. I don't know his exact weight, but he wasn't that much bigger than
A
my
really white
father.
dude. JD's white confirmed.
You know, I just come from a, I'm just come from a very small Asian family. So
You come from a land down under.
yeah, I don't think you're quite at the point where William is, where he believes that no dude should be below 200 pounds. I think
I
that's stretching a little bit, but
that wait, that's what he believes. That's
yeah,
crazy.
he thinks
I
he thinks that if
that's
you're under 200 pounds, it's because you just haven't been working hard enough at the gym. Yeah.
that's a crazy mindset.
Now I don't know if he thinks it's you have to be 200 lean, but I think 200 pounds. I mean, you could be 200 pounds and like 30% body fat, and that's probably all right. But yeah. Anyway, though,
That's
I don't think I'm ever reaching 400 lean, but 300 lean, I'm on my way there. So anyway, James, do you have anything to talk about your Poppy playtime stuff? But that was the end of
I
the
do.
Larry Wheels Cuck situation. I just find it really funny, really hilarious.
I do have something to talk about with popping my playtime.
Yeah.
Um, so Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, the long-awaited continuation came out,
Hmm. You
and
still haven't sent me your VOD recording of it.
well, no, I haven't because I got to re-download the whole fucking thing to record it,
Yeah, James.
and then
How long does it take you to download it?
well, I got to find the one that I can trust because I don't have my old computer anymore.
You can't download it straight from Twitch? Are you trying to use like separate website? What do you?
I don't know. I've never downloaded it from Twitch before. Like I'm
Yeah,
saying, I don't know what I'm.
that was why I was like, you need to download it because you have it was streamed on your Twitch account. You can download your own VODs off Twitch.
Yeah,
That's
I
how.
will.
Yeah, I was just asking if you do that.
I didn't.
Okay, well now you know. Now you can speed
And
it
you
up.
know what they say, the more you, I'll kill you. I'll kill you dead. So Bobby Playtime came out,
Right.
and it's getting certainly some mixed thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that from me looking at the gameplay, I was kind of lost in some areas too. And I'm
Okay.
not even like remotely like ADHD or like any kind of like distracting mental condition. And I was lost in certain parts of that game. So
It
for you, James, I
just
100% understand why you were just you were just gone in the moment.
well, it's also I've watched Markiplier play through it, and I feel
Well,
so much more
Markiplier
validated.
Markiplier definitely has ADHD. I think he said he had ADHD, right? So, yeah, at least he has a little bit of it.
Well, yes, but it's also like he sorry. He was
Yeah.
also dealing with like his chat trying to spoil it for him every 5 seconds.
Oh, did he live stream it?
He like because this is the thing he does sometimes where he's like, I just don't want to play, like I don't want to make another video for this. I don't want
Right.
my editor to have to do this, so I'm just gonna live stream the whole thing
Fair
and
enough.
put it out.
Yeah,
And he
I don't
did
want.
that.
I don't want to pay my editor. Yeah, I understand, dude.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's what it
times
is.
are
That's
tough,
what it is.
man.
That's the words I just said.
Times
Yeah.
times are tough. That's words what
And
James
so
just said.
he live streamed it, and man, well, he made like a little disclaimer at the beginning. He was like, "Hey guys, I am sick. I'm not feeling well. My left headphone is completely deaf and sometimes goes in and out, so I can't always hear it." Like
Professional
he's like,
YouTuber, by the way.
professional YouTuber, and he's literally doing like, "Hey guys, here's all the issues I'm working with before I go into this. So if I'm like, overly upset, don't hold it against the game."
Yeah.
And
Just
then as he kept playing, he's like, "Okay, now more of the problems I'm having are no longer just with the game. I mean, just with my setup and how I started." And I feel very vindicated about some of my feelings towards this as well, because, man, it was certainly some bullshit.
yeah. From what I seen,
There's,
yeah, it was some bullshit there.
I'm not
Bullshittery.
one to like kind of like say, hey, should have done this, should have done that for stuff like I don't really know much about when it comes to especially games. I don't like to
Yeah, because you're
to
not a
make it seem
gamer.
like
So like,
well
what would
that
you know?
and it's also I'm not a game developer, so I'm not going to say anything like that. However, there were so many times in this where I just I couldn't help myself but think, God, why would they keep like showing you things and stuff in areas where they don't want you doing this yet? Especially during the not even, by the way, I forgot. I was watching Mark play it. He finished the Lily section of the game and had an hour left of the video. And I was like, oh my God. this, there is so much more after what should have been the ending of this chapter. And then there was so much more after what should have been the ending after that ending. um, it's a fucking mess, man, unfortunately. But it it's just there's in the Lily love braid section of the game where you are
Right.
fighting the new antagonist who was just introduced and we've had no setup for in previous chapters.
Yeah.
One of the many annoying things that they do that I've also brought up, I don't like that they keep doing this.
She does kind of just come out of nowhere. Like you're in one section
It's
that has nothing to do with her, then all of a sudden she pops up, and then all of a sudden you're in her house.
like you can kind of make the excuse like oh
Oh, you're breaking
no,
up a little
here's
bit.
Lily Love Braids. She's a one-off character, so she's only in this section. Cool, but like, why? We're seeing like Barnaby, we're seeing Huggy, we're seeing all these characters on all these posters leading up to here. Please, like, think 2 chapters ahead and think like what characters maybe you want to do in the future, and just put them in it. Do
Yeah,
some like
it definitely seems like
build.
they're making it up as they go. You know, it's like chapter 5, the
That's
only thing they
unfortunately what I think it is.
like when they finish chapter 4, they haven't even storyboarded chapter 5 or like even thought about the plot. And then as they were developing chapter 5, like creating the game, they were making the story up as they were creating it. That's what it felt like.
People have pointed out the inconsistencies between Catnap's mural, like his statue that he built out of the dead bodies, compared to like how the prototype actually looked.
Mhm.
And I think that's one of those like very good moments of like, yeah, they didn't know what the prototype. They just had the idea for the arm, and they kind of had an idea. I think at the end of last chapter when they like bunch of gesture, illusions with like external content. They would show
Mhm.
like this image of a jester a lot,
Yeah.
but like in the story, there's so much like inconsistency in design from those points, which I think isn't a bad thing, but it's not handled well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not much of a stickler for design inconsistencies. As long
Right,
as it
and
looks
that's
close
where I'm
enough, I
like,
was like, all
but
right.
that's what I'm saying is like I'm not saying like I'm a stickler like oh the bad design or anything because I don't even think that. I don't think it's a bad design necessarily. I'm just saying like I think this is a good example of like they didn't know what they were doing
Yeah.
until they got here.
Right.
And it it again it shows its head. I feel like especially here where it's like hey here's this whole character who has this whole area, but actually even though she clearly existed before this and they had built this whole play area for this character, this is actually somebody who was altered after the Hour of Joy. So it's a thing of like who built this? What
Mhm.
character was this for if not for Lily Lovebraid before this?
Oh, it's
Because Lily
confirmed. It's
Lovebraid
confirmed that
is
Lily
Miss
Lovebraid.
Gracie.
Right. We got that during the gameplay, but it's confirmed that Lily Lovebraid happened. Her like transformation happened after the Hour of Joy.
Yes, because we hear the audio tape in the attic be of when she was when after during the Hour of Joy, the toys came and got her, and the prototype forced her. I don't know if it's prototype specifically. I think it is because he's done it with other characters. We found out like
Yeah, I'm
that's the
pretty sure
reason
it's the
Giblet looks the
prototype
way he
changing
does.
him.
Yeah, I think because it's insinuated that the prototype turned Giblet isn't one of the outsidimals or
Yeah.
outimals or whatever they're fucking called, the inside out
Outables, yeah.
toys, and he's forced him to be permanently outside in.
Right.
So that's why he looks so like fucked up compared to I guess the other ones, which sure. But
Yeah.
it is a thing of like it's Giblet, also another good example of a character who's apparently has this importance, but we've never met before. But anyways, with Lily Lovebraid, we know she was changed after because the audio tape reveals that she was changed after the Hour of Joy because she was still Miss Gracie as it was happening, and the toys kidnapped her, brought her to the prototype, and he changed her. So yeah.
Hmm.
And that's why the prototype uses her as a tool because she's like, now become one of them in a way.
Right.
And we see that he's done this with other doctors as well. He made them into toys throughout the VHS tapes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, there are VHS tapes, JD. We're not going to get into it. Don't worry.
I mean, we've seen some VHS tapes. I think you missed a couple though. No.
Oh, I meant like externally. Like there's a
Oh,
analog horror series that followed doctors during the story.
I see. Yeah, no,
And we
I don't know
saw
about
one of the
that.
doctors who was quote unquote the nice one to the toys. He was again quote unquote spared by being just turned into a toy. But he's like a Frankenstein toy, so he's not like all the other ones.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay.
anyways, it's I just there in the Lily Lovegood section, there's a point where you can go to the attic to get like the another VHS tape.
Hmm.
Sure, good, fine. I understand that. But there's also all these other parts of the attic where it just feels like nothing because it is at the
Yeah.
moment. It's all nothing, but then it's like, well, why is this accessible? Why are you showing me a highlighted section on the bookshelf that feels like it's something I'm supposed to do now, even though it's something I'm supposed to do after the quest you have me during?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those. I've encountered this kind of game design before in previous games. Dark Souls 1, I think, is a good example of it, but it's called backtracking in games where you can get to an area that is supposed to be an area you're supposed to get to later, and then you have to go back. Like you have to go back to a previous area to finish some objective before the next area's objective unlocks, even though you can get to the next area. So yeah, people don't really like backtracking in games because
I
it's
just
just confusing.
it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
It
But
literally
actually, I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that they made so many things interactable in like the future areas you're supposed to go to later. Like you can move around like the secret walls, and there's like a little hand scanner that you could do in the attic. But I'm talking specifically about the attic. So you can move around the
oh,
wall and you could activate the hand signal, and it just doesn't do anything. It's just a little interactable thing.
by the way, I found out that hand scanner, it's part of a series of hand scanners where
Okay.
once you do it, there's an Easter egg.
Ah, okay.
The Easter egg is the Pianosaurus character shows up and sings a song and dances, and they literally are flown in like they're being dragged in like a fucking blender to their spot.
What?
It's so it's so like it's an Easter egg thing, so it's like it's whatever. It doesn't need to make sense.
Right.
It's not a canon thing, but it also is a thing of like you're putting this in areas where it feels relevant.
Mhm.
Like again, I wish these things were just handled better because it's so nonsensical overall. And I even again I watched Markiplier play it because I was like, and he did not remember half of like the game mechanics. So it was a thing of like he didn't remember some of these things belong to this.
Oh
And
yeah.
even he was like, oh, like making the same assumptions of like, oh, does this open this? Oh no, it doesn't. But also again, he was being fucked over by his chat because they kept spoiling stuff and like telling him clues when he was and he kept asking them not to.
Mhm.
uh he got mad at chat. But there, the section when you're running away from Lily Lovebraids and you
Mhm.
run into her,
Yeah.
even he, and this is what I felt validated by, he kept running into her until chat told him to turn to the left, and he's like, "No, yeah, okay."
Well,
I didn't know that though.
I wouldn't base my gaming skills off Markiplier because
I'm
no
not
no
saying base
shade
the
to
gaming skills
Markiplier,
off them.
no shade to Markiplier, but because he's had a many years of playing games, but the dude does not play games right. At least not the way they
Are,
were intended
are
to.
you saying
Okay,
Markiplier's not a gamer? Are
he
you
is a
saying
game.
he's the number one
I say
director in
he is a
America?
gamer. He has a gaming channel. That's the whole point of his channel. But I'm just saying that despite all of his, gaming experience, he's not really the kind of guy to, you know, follow the what the game wants you to do kind of thing. I mean, we
I
know
get what
this,
you're
James.
saying, but
Yeah.
it is still a thing of like um he is still, I wouldn't say he's not like the general gamer, I feel like, because he is like very
Oh no,
like
I think he's like
I
more
forget
like the
how
general
gaming
gamer.
works in between games.
He's like someone, I don't know where I would categorize him as. I think he's someone who's played he plays games like someone who's played games before, like they know WASD moves and space jumps
Would
and
you say
shift is
he's
run.
played these games before?
But I don't think but he's not really like someone who intuitively knows like what to do, what not to do in certain sections of the game. Like with the Lily Lovebraid run section, I think about like the second time you died to her as you were trying to run past her, I already knew in my head that that was not the right way to go. Even though it seems
I
like it
just
is.
assumed
It seems
I
like it
was
is.
being slow because I tried to start running sooner, and because I tried to start running before the cutscene ended, my keys locked up. So I just assumed I was like, just being too slow to get past it. So I was like, that's what it is. That's what it is. And then when I didn't, I was like, what?
Because the
What?
second
Because
time it happened,
it's
I was like, oh, you were definitely fast enough, but she still got you. And then you tried, like, I know you tried doing what probably what the normal person would do is try to go around her. I guess you were like, oh, I'm too close to her.
well, yeah. I
That's why
was
I'm
like, man,
getting caught.
I was too close to the door. I get it, because she's activating once I get to the top of the stairs. I think that's also the issue. Don't activate her when I'm at the top of the stairs because it's too close to that moment. You should, and also don't block off the door to my left because that doesn't make me think I need to turn around now.
Well, they do
Just,
that. They do to be the devil's advocate. They do that in previous Poppy Playtime chapters where they block off the right way, and then you have to wait a
I
little
know,
bit
but that's
before that
exactly
opens
what I
up, and
think is the
then you can go.
problem. Is that they're just wanting to stop you so you can look at the character for this moment. But the issue in this moment is I'm too close to the character that I think I need to get around them. What you should do is
Is put a
like
big arrow
have
sign in the front that says "Run this way," and it points to the
yeah,
left where the door is going to open. Yeah.
you're joking. I think that's true. No,
Oh, I'm the jokester now. I'm the jokester.
oh, we're just telling a little jape in here, I
You think
think
I'm a jester, huh? You think I just dance along to your tunes?
you think I'm a funny guy
You think I'm a
because I
prototype?
dress like a clown.
You think I'm a prototype? A Jack in the Box?
I do think that what they should have done is have the braids come out the door that she exits out of before she leaves it to tell you to stop in your tracks. Otherwise, it feels like you need to get past her because it activates at the top of the stairs when you're running past and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just something simple like that is all that needs to be done to change this issue.
Yeah, I do think it's
And
an issue.
them not doing it for multiple games now, as you just said, like this is
Mhm.
not a one-off problem. This is something they do in every chapter.
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of forcing replayability for this moment of like trying to get people to go through it as many times as they can to get people playing this like round as
Yeah.
many times as they can, rather than like
I think
naturally letting them.
it's a strategy to extend the playtime of the chapter because I think the chapter is kind of short. It is shorter than chapter 4 for
I
sure.
don't think this was shorter.
I think it was short in chapter 4, and it was probably I don't know how short. I don't know if it was short in chapter 3, but I remember chapter 3 and chapter 4 being pretty long. Chapter 2 was not that long, and chapter 1 was the shortest. But um,
Chapter one was the shortest. Yeah, it sounds about right.
well, to be
Nothing happened that
no, it
run.
was just like a demo. But I mean, in your
It is
defense,
crazy to look at every chapter compared to chapter one because you're right. It is just straight up a demo.
yeah, chapter 1 was like 30 minutes, like easily 30 minutes.
It's even that. My brain is like, is it even?
Um, but what was it in that chase sequence too? I don't blame you either for keep trying to go on past her because like your Poppy and Kissy who are also in that chase sequence, like you were following them.
Right, they're running
They
ahead
ran
of you.
they ran past her too, so they were like, oh, you should just follow them because you know you're all running away from Lily, but you know it doesn't work that way. So I get it. I totally get it, James. You feel free to be frustrated at that sequence because it is a
And
little tough.
also, Poppy Playtime Twitter is very angry at Markiplier.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, did you hear what he said?
Did he cheat at Poppy Playtime 2020 mode
No,
again?
he no, he said he's not going to be playing Poppy Playtime in the future.
Oh, okay.
That this is his last time playing Poppy Playtime and that he just doesn't like what the game is anymore. So this is going to be his last go around for it. And people are
Man,
very mad at him for it because they don't like that people inform.
I'm mad at him because I wanted to
inform
see him play
opinions of their
chapter
own.
6.
I mean, I'd love to see him play. I just like watching Markiplier play games. So that's a thing of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sad that, he's not going to keep playing this game that I know I'm going to keep playing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it is
Don't
a
worry.
thing of
Oh,
like,
that's real big brain of you, James. I'll take the place of Markiplier. Sure, buddy. Keep thinking.
guy, I am the people's champion. I mean, I
Keep
also escaped Korea
dreaming,
just like
buddy.
Markiplier's family.
Yeah, it is kind of sad. But you know, if
But
Markiplier doesn't enjoy playing the game anymore, then you shouldn't play
oh
it.
yeah, it feels it feels like they're not. It does kind of just feel like they're like, hey, we got to put a game out sometimes. You know, when you play
Hmm.
it, that's kind of how it feels, rather than like, you know, they wanted to like make a game. It felt like they
Yeah.
felt more obligated to this time around.
Honestly, I think it peaked at chapter 3. I thought chapter 3 was really good.
I agree. I think chapter 3 was like one of the best chapters, and then it's like chapter 4. It's just like like the moment at the end with Dowie where he starts blaming us. It's so out of nowhere. It's so like, oh, we want to do a big boss fight moment, and
I,
it's
I
just
did
it
think it
feels very
go.
unearned.
I think I went off the
Like,
rails on chapter 4. Like the boss fight was finicky. Dowie turning into an enemy. Like I knew you could spot it from a mile away that he was going to be a bad guy, but like
well, yeah,
the
they had
way he
set
turned
it
into a
up,
bad
but
guy
it
was
was
just
not done
not
well
great.
still.
It wasn't executed well, but and then at the end of chapter 4, when Huggy Wuggy showed back up, then I was like, okay, it's over. This they've lost the plot. They don't know.
Right. It feels it well like Huggy showing up. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, but it feels like that's what it's starting to become. Is like, who can we have show up at the end now? Because, and I think I
And
can
guess
explain
what? For
exactly
chapter 5
why
spoilers, it's the doctor.
it. Yeah, it's the Doctor, and
He's
it feels like
back.
I don't know if I've talked to you about Riverdale.
Yeah.
This feels like the Riverdale situation of, well, you know, we've I guess we did this season. What are we going to do to set up next season? Here's
Yeah.
a crazy reveal we'll just figure out in the future. That's what
Uh
it felt like with Huggy showing up and just him being nothing in this chapter. Like,
you've been fully cooked once you've been compared to Riverdale.
I hate to do it, but it is also unfortunately very true. It feels like it's following the Riverdale approach of like, you know, thing happened. How do we set it up? I don't know. We'll figure it out in the future. Oh, okay, it's the future. We're here. I don't really know. What are we doing?
I mean, to be fair, Huggy Wuggy does show up like more than just at
He
the
shows up
beginning in this
periodically, but
chapter.
it's never like he's not like an antagonist like he was the first
No,
time, and that's my issue. Is
no.
that he's just here? It feels like this time.
Yeah. I think they've really shifted from I remember in chapter 3 you would really get the parts that would take up the most time would be the parts where you're actually like getting chased by like enemy toys. But in this one it's more puzzles. Like you get stuck on the puzzles
Hmm.
more than the chase sequences. Like in chapter 3 when you're getting chased by a Miss, I forgot her name, the teacher with the ruler.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Again, another character that exists, and it's like it's also when you think about it, it's like why do they even exist? They're a teacher for the kids, but it's
It's
also
just
like
there.
why? Why did we make a toy for this? Why isn't it just a fucking person?
It's
Like
just
this is one of
there.
those ones where it's just like this could have been an email.
Yeah, but that teacher section took a while. The catnap fight was actually pretty all right. You know, that like you did need to be a little bit quicker because you know if you were too slow with stopping catnap, he get to you and you have to shut the vents and stuff. It felt a bit like FNAF where you're stuck in a room and you just have to survive by stopping them from getting to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in
I
this one it was just the final battle was just another chase sequence. It really
and
felt
it's
like
a
that.
thing of like again, I'm saying it. I should have been the next chapter. This should have been the exciting chase to open next chapter. I feel like the entire goo area makes
Yeah.
no sense if we like because me and you, I said this to
The
somebody
goo
when I
came
was
out of
talking to him.
nowhere,
I
to
was
be
like,
honest with you. I was like,
we will
goo?
get through this game because we had each other to joke around with,
Yeah.
especially at a section like the goo section. But if I didn't have you here with me,
Yeah.
dude,
You'd be suffering.
I would have seen the goo section and just been like, what is this dumb shit? And just not cared past that. I
Honestly,
would
I
not
was
have tried to
shocked.
entertain it.
I was shocked when Fazgoo showed up because it came out of
Dude,
nowhere. It was
and
like
it is Fazgoo.
it is
It's
literally
not even like
Fazgoo.
a joke. It's straight up
It went
is
from like
Fazgoo.
it went from like the facility being like a mind controlling kids to thinking they're toys and stuff to wanting to
It's
be toys, and then the very next you like walk through a door and it's just goo aquarium, an aquarium. You're just surrounded by
and
goo,
it's
pink
there's no
gel.
sense of any. And it's like I didn't think about it because again, I was joking around with you,
It was funny.
watching Markiplier play through it
Chuck.
because he's just a single guy playing by himself. So I'm able to like see things I didn't notice. Like I didn't hear half the audio things that like we'd even stopped to hear just because I wasn't really paying attention. But then like watching him, I'm able to like kind of stop and just think about what he said. It's like there's so much stuff of like the Fazq section. Is this how they get through the rooms? They had to clear out that goo area? That makes no fucking
I don't
sense.
know. I don't even know where the goo comes from. Like they made the goo, I guess, and I don't know what's for.
And we get thrown in the goo at the end,
Yeah.
and it's just why?
It's like
Why
healing
is
gel, I
there
guess, because
is it healing?
well, because we
Do
got
we even
stabbed.
know that?
We got stabbed through the little like what is it, the stomach or heart or chest from the prototype from behind, right? And then he throws us into the goo, and then we just get revived by Giblet.
Are we revived or are we just durable? Because based on everything else that's ever happened to us, I
We're
think
not
we're
a
just
toy,
durable.
James. The main character is not a toy. He's an actual dude. And we
But
got
again,
stabbed in
that's
the
my thing.
chest.
We keep surviving dumb stuff that makes no sense without any like explanation for why we
The
survive
explanation is
it.
the goo is healing gel, James. Okay, let's
Is that what
move
they
on.
said, or is this just your assumption, JD?
It's not it's truth. Okay, I talked to John Playtime himself, and he told me that the goo was healing gel. Okay, and he got thrown into it. It's like aloe salva or something. It's just
You're
it
you're
heals
trying
you
to
up.
you're trying to do a bit and you can't even come up with anything.
I did come up with it. It's
That's
healing
how
gel.
nonsensical it is.
No, it's healing gel. You got thrown in it after you got stabbed, and you're fine. And all Ghibli had to do is shock you with like did he shock you actually? I think he shocked you with
I think
something.
he
And he
did.
woke you up. So
Yeah, I think he shocks it with something, but like again, dude, nothing there what needs to be explained isn't explained, and then we just get explanation for all this other bullshit constantly, and it's like, hey, here's 800 ways that they kill the children. It's like, I just want to know what the fuck the point is. What
I
is any
remember
of this for?
James.
Why'd they do any of
Remember
this?
the time when the story was about you going there to save your fellow coworkers?
Yeah, we're told that there's a bunch of people who sent us the note, by the way. I don't even remember. Has that been explained? Is
I
that
think it
something?
was explained in a previous theory. I think it was like
It wasn't Poppy.
um
I don't think it was the prototype.
I don't remember.
Well, you
It
said
was someone.
theory. Yeah, you didn't say story.
Well, because
There's my
I don't know if they
goddamn
actually
issue.
I don't know if they actually said anything about the story. They pulled a Scott Cawthon. They're like, yeah, it's in a box. If you want to know the story, you gotta open the box up.
But even then, Scott still like does actually explain it in the games. We still get explanations in the games.
Oh yeah, James.
Through not even
Then
just
what's
like
the crying
notes.
child's name? Can you tell me that?
Evan, that's been explained. I'm not Evan, David.
I
I'm
knew
sorry,
it was
Dave.
Evan.
God damn it.
I told you, James. It's too late. I've already cut out the part you said his real name.
Everyone's like, the name's Avad. What does that
Evad?
mean? And it's like, oh my god, it's so clearly Dave backwards because there's literally a thing that talks about looking at yourself in the mirror. It,
Well, it wasn't
Anyways.
a D at the end of Avad. It was it was an N, so it's Evan. Come on.
no, the N is that's what I'm saying. That's why like nobody thought it was Avad because they were like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Because why would it be Avad? Because you just got to turn the name around. Why are we being stupid?
Ecan's moment from Pokemon. Anyway, so there's a
Fucking. Oh my god. Yeah,
I mean, but did you enjoy
I
chapter 5?
I kind of, but here's my, again, I keep saying it. I enjoyed it because I had you there to fucking, joke around with. But I think if I was alone playing this chapter, I don't think I would have enjoyed it.
Honestly, the goose section was pretty funny. Just because
Goose section
the bit
was our best bits.
you
And
walk
again,
in there and it's just Chuck. They've covered the whole thing in goo.
Chuck, you're not gonna believe it. There's fucking goo everywhere.
Chuck,
No,
you're
I'll
not
tell
gonna
you,
believe it.
floor to ceiling.
You know what that bit reminded me of? It was that the TF2 like SFM animation was like, "Where are you right now?" "I'm at the soup store."
I'm at the soup store.
"It's just goo." "Well, move to the next room. There's more goo." "There's just more goo." "Well, where are you right now?" "I'm in the goo factory." I like how even after we figured out it was called gel, we still just kept calling it goo.
Well, I don't think it was called gel.
No,
I
it
think
was called gel. There was a
I
room
think
that
we
literally
were
said like
calling it
gel,
something else, and then we
gel
saw it was
draining.
called goo, and we started going, "Oh my
No,
god,
no,
it's
no.
actually fast
We
goo."
started calling it goo because it was Faz goo. But then in the next room, it said like you need to drain all the gel or like gel draining system or something. And it was like, oh,
I
and then
don't
you
think it
said,
said
oh,
that.
it's called gel.
No,
It's
we were
recorded.
calling it slime the whole time, and then we started calling it goo after we saw something that said goo, and that's why we were like, "Oh my
It
god,
was never
literal
there's
fast
never
goo."
anything calling it goo. It was gel.
You're saying that
I'm
you don't
saying it
know,
because it's
you
recorded.
don't
You
remember.
why don't you? I'll download it. Don't worry. I'll point it out to you in the video
You
when you
buy
watch
it,
it.
you download it, because
I'll
I'm
make
never
sure to edit
reopening that
it. I'll make
goddamn
sure to
game.
edit to put a huge red circle over gel. That's gonna be the thumbnail of that episode when it comes out. Is there gonna be a big old red circle over the word gel on the wall? I
Hmm.
clearly remember it. Okay, so anyway, now that we're done arguing about whether it was called goo or gel, if you guys enjoyed, you
Wait,
should.
hold on. Two more
Okay,
things, and
all
I
right.
swear.
I mean, it's already been
Uh,
an hour, so
I
hurry up.
think has it been an hour, or
Today's
is that just
Sunday, and I
from you
have to
waiting
upload
on
it
me?
today, Sunday.
But anyways, I man, it's such an issue of like, and the prototype again, the prototype fight at the end makes no goddamn sense.
Hmm.
No fucking sense. Why did this happen? Why did it happen the way that it happened and everything? It's all so nonsensical. It's so just whatever. It's like we're on this train, we're doing all this stuff. It's like just keep moving forward. Why do we keep stopping to turn around and look at the prototype?
Because
Like
it's cool. You want to appreciate
I know, but
the
that's
work they
the
put
issue.
in.
That's what I'm saying. They keep doing the thing where they just keep make you stop and turn around to look because they're like, look at what we made instead of doing it in a natural way. Okay, the other thing. So the guy who frame mogged clavicular,
There's a couple people. Who are you
the
talking about
number
exactly?
two ranked Chad and androgenic. I sent
Uh,
you a video.
okay.
Let me know when you start it.
Starting right
Actually,
now.
before you start it, pause it.
Yeah.
uh this guy, he quote unquote frame mugged clavicular because he's wider than clavicular and
Is
took a
that the word
picture
you were
with
trying to
him.
say? Number two ranked Chad androgenic suffered a massive
Oh, is it
cortical spike.
androgenic? I
It's
don't know.
androgenic, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
androgenic.
know you're not in the fit. You don't know what that means, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's a weird word. Nobody ever
I
says it.
don't know.
Suffered a
I knew
massive
it was.
cortisol spike after a fan snatched his wig.
Oh, don't read the title.
Dude, I love the picture. I love the picture of the cortisol gauge and it's being at it's at max.
Don't watch it yet. Hold
I haven't
on.
watched it. It's literally the first frame.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's so
I
this
hate
guy
how
frame
this
mugged
guy
clavicular.
I hate how
Let's
this guy
see.
has this video time reversed. So it says -9 seconds.
It keeps doing that because I click to pause it and I accidentally misclick and I keep having to unclick it. It annoys the shit out of me. YouTube does it. I hate it.
Why do they have that option? I don't know.
I don't know. I hate it.
Nobody ever uses it.
It's
All
one
right,
of the
let's
many things they'll add. Okay, let's play it.
all right, three,
Three,
two, one,
two,
go.
one.
Oh!
The
Whoa!
reveal.
Oh my
And
god.
then he goes and grabs the guy by the neck.
Oh my god, he's got it by the neck. I would be terrified if
No,
a giant dude like
Nosferatu
that.
has awakened, JD.
Yeah, it's did he just have a wig attached to his hat? Is that what that was?
He has a wig attached to his hat that he walks around with. This guy, Balding Andy, he
Balding
he's
Andy.
dude, it's so funny watching losers like this get like their literal wig snatched. it it's so satisfying because it's like just be confident in it, and instead they're just so insecure about it. They're like,
Oh,
no,
you're one to talk about being confident in balding, huh?
I am. I've talked about I've talked about the fact that I'm balding and thinning very often.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
even said to you, hey, JD, just in case I ever miss it, keep me real. You know, if
Yeah.
you see that I'm
If you
going
get
bald,
if I see you get to the
just tell me
point
this.
where you need to shave it off, I'm gonna tell you that you need to shave it off.
Yeah, I've told you this. I told you
Yeah.
literally as we were at like a convention. I was like, "Don't." I saw a guy walking around. I was like, "Don't let this be me.
Don't
Don't
let me get to
have
that
false
point,
confidence.
JD.
Don't let me have false confidence about my look. Just tell me and let me shave it.
I mean, to be
I
honest
will
with you,
just.
this guy's hairline, I don't even think it's like that bad.
Oh no!
It's not at the point where he needs to go bald, but
I mean, it's you can definitely
I mean,
keep.
he
Here's
is
the thing: you can keep it and make it work.
yeah.
It's just a thing
Well,
of like,
I think that if he
can
just
you?
stuck with that look right there, I don't think people would
Yeah,
really
if he just grew out his hair a little bit from right there,
yeah, I don't think people would really like think that's weird. I
but
mean,
he
yeah.
didn't. Instead, he shaved his head
Yeah.
and put on a bald. I mean, not a bald cap.
The
Put on a
toupee,
wig with a baseball cap sewn to it,
the hat toupee, yeah.
and it is hilarious the result. And it's just
Holy
also this is the eugenics crowd. You know, this is the
cortisol
look
spike.
maxing crowd's king who dethroned clavicular, and he's just this is the secret.
Yeah. Well,
This is how it's made.
I think it's just been a huge spike in fake cosmetics now, whereas wigs. I know in actually in China there's been a huge rise in like the shoulder pads you were talking about to me
Yeah.
earlier.
Oh, also the wigs.
The
There's
Korean
like
shoulder
wig
pads.
influencers who like have the tops of their heads shaved to specifically wear wigs to show off.
Yeah. What was funny is that I saw like a clip of some like Chinese toupee sellers, and their toupees are like really good. And the way they promote them is they purposely shave like off the middle of their head. They're not bald themselves, but they shave off the middle of their head, and then they try out the toupees themselves to sell it. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it's so good, it looks real. It doesn't look like it's fake at all. So, I totally get
No,
it.
it looks way like crazy good.
Yeah, like if you know people who like the people who specifically make toupees, like they make them really really good, like supernatural. I say that because I wear a toupee all the time. You ever noticed it?
I wonder one day if you will and if I won't.
Oh, dude, that would be so great if one day I shave off the top of my head on purpose and then wear a toupee and it'd just say I got a haircut. If you would notice that it was a toupee.
I feel like I've come to know your hair too well. Like just being around you, I know what you look like just naturally.
You think that, but
I
the
mean,
next
hey,
time I get a
challenge.
haircut, I know you're gonna be looking at me with a raised eyebrow because you're gonna be like thinking like, is he wearing a toupee? I don't know if he's wearing a toupee or not.
I challenge you to, prove me wrong.
I'm gonna wear a toupee for 6 whole months without telling you, and then just a random video that we do in person, we're eating like another chicken sandwich or something. I'll just lean over,
Hey.
take off the toupee, and I'm just full bald. And you go, whoa! And
Oh,
I go,
yeah, I
I've
forgot
lied
I
to you,
wanted to do a
James,
food
this
pod.
whole time. It was like when we played Payday 2, and I downloaded a mod that made it so the skin that we roll at the end of every heist always gave me a legendary, and you didn't notice for like
I
5
didn't know,
episodes.
and you fooled me, and I was like,
I
"That's
got you.
crazy
Yeah.
that you keep getting these really high quality and good ones."
Yeah,
and
I was
I
like, why do you
just
keep getting
don't.
legendary skins?
I was like, "Hey, that's crazy. Good for you, man." Why does this keep happening for
It's
you
gonna
though?
be
That's
that, but
like,
with the
is it
toupee.
like a thing?
Oh yeah. It'll happen one day. You won't even know it.
Oh yeah, it's all coming up Cusco.
All right, was that it, or did you have one more?
No, that'll.
If you guys enjoyed, you should like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon if you want to get notified when these episodes drop, and they drop every Sunday because that's when they come out. Every Sunday. You won't know that until you hit the bell notification icon after you subscribed. If you like James, check him out in the links below. All of his links are there
Hello.
except for his TikTok because I still haven't put it there.
Do you need me to send it to you again?
Yes. Well, maybe. You'll send it to me, but then I'll also forget to put it in there again. So,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
but
You're gonna
but
hold
if
it
you click
hostage,
on
you're
one
like,
of his
"Yeah,
links, you'll be able to
James,
find
I'll
it.
put it on when you send me the video.
You'll send me the link. But that's it for me. I hope you guys had an awesome day, and if not, I hope it gets better. James, bring us out.
When